So the Kamala Harris event is in full swing here on campus today, and I can't say I'm sorry to be in my office instead. I arrived this morning to a veritable cacophony of congestion, as they had been incorrect in their information dissemination about how to get into campus and where you could park. And my spot was available because I was here early, but we're going to run out of parking because the event is on and classes are still too. Second hang up. There are tons of students in the hallway who did not know their classes were going to be canceled or relocated. Two entire buildings have been locked down in order to accommodate this event because those two buildings will be having parts of whatever the event is. And so we have a communication problem. Number three, when the vice president arrived, in order to protect her security, they activated the fire alarm and evacuated all of the buildings so that her two cars, her car and her decoy car, could arrive in the parking lot and there would be no students in the building. Why are you interrupting higher education? This is your indoctrination center, but I digress. So that was a distraction so that we wouldn't know that she had arrived. Number four, there were three different entrances to the event for the very first part: table A, table B, table C. And the only reason I was able to help people get to where they go, well, two reasons. Number one, I know where those places are. And number two, the cops know who I am and didn't stop me. I don't have any. I'm dressed better than John Fetterman, but I am not dressed up like any kind of upper muckety muck. So here I am escorting distinguished visitors. There was a two-star general, other individuals, and showing them where to go because I knew where to go and they did not. Who disseminates information like that and doesn't make sure that distinguished visitors know where to go? My favorite complication so far is last night I got an email asking me if I wanted to attend. They must not vet very well on the internet, because if you've watched any of my videos, you read my blog, you know anything about me, I'm probably on the short list of those to be barred from the event because of the things that I look at, watch, and am interested in. I mean, I probably say some degree of controversial things on my channel, but I am not going to be on the A list of attendees. I've also seen clips now, as of this morning, of at least two other events that she went to. Now, this person was cutting them out to make her look stupid, but I looked at it and thought, I'm so glad I am here and not there, because I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't really know how much value added it is, and it's really just a huge disruption. We've got canceled classes. When they pulled the fire alarm, and there was an instructor giving an exam who had to cancel and reschedule and rewrite an exam. Now, personally, there's a little bit of personal responsibility on her for scheduling an exam today, but we've got right next to on this wall here, this is the anatomy lab. They have a lab practical today this week. Organic chemistry canceled labs today. I have a lab tonight, and I had to email my students and say, by the time you guys are here, everything should be cleared up, but there might be limited parking, depending on how quickly they clean up. But it just seems like a lot of trouble to go through for one person, a person who isn't even really all that important. John Adams, the first vice president of the United States, said that the vice presidency of the United States was the most useless job in the country. And all I would want to go is to go and ask her, how does it feel having the most useless job in the country? Because you're really just there in case something happens. I hope nothing happens. I hope that it goes off without a hitch, because I don't want there to be a problem for students. I don't want there to be a problem with the building, with my job. And we'll all be better off when she goes away and gets back on the plane and goes to whatever other college she's going to go harass. I haven't met anybody yet who's like jazzed. Now, I'm sure if I went down the line and talked to students and visitors who were going to go in there, that I would have found people who like her. But people up till today have not been jazzed about this at all. So I really find it laughable that I was specifically invited by the White House. What? Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody with important things to do got time for that. So I will update you more on the Vice President's Fight for Our Freedoms tour as it develops. Stay tuned. Ciao.